Hello and welcome to my podcast From Stress to Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Lolita Guarin, and today is episode 218. And as we know, it's holidays, so there's lots of stress because we have to deal with people. We have to, it could be a lot of financial stress as well. But today, specifically, I want to talk. Oh, by the way, for those who just first time for you here. Thank you for coming. Welcome. And for those who already have seen me before, thank you for coming back and checking out my videos. Thank you. Okay, back to business. So, um, what I want to talk about is keeping your healthy habits. We all have some sort of habits, obviously, that could be a little bit healthy or not a little bit healthy. But let's just talk about those habits. Because what happens is a lot of stress that we have because we cannot foresee the future. We worry, we cannot control things, and makes us anxious. So that's why there's so much stress also during holidays because we have not enough time to do everything. Then we have to do a lot of people pleasing. And those healthy habits that we had, that there's something at least hold on to it that gives us feeling of control, feeling that, hey, I can handle this, giving us that feeling of safety can just slip away because you're not going to pay attention to what is that exactly you're doing. So number one thing is you need to identify all of the great things that you're already doing before holiday. Like taking a break for yourself, sleeping in on the weekends. I know you're probably already laughing. Um, but bear with me. Just write the list. I know thinking is not gonna help this one. You really need to have something on a paper, on your phone, somewhere in writing. Okay, your brain just makes better decisions when it sees something in front of it. Okay, so then you write all of those great things that you were doing before the holidays. Maybe you were going, walking with your neighbor, or you were walking your pets, but usually it's 45 minutes that you walk around. Maybe you were meditating. Maybe, you were doing something that you love to do, maybe like for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Okay, now, for those who are just telling me now, I don't, what? Who has time to walk your pet outside 45 minutes? You kidding? I don't have time for this. There are still some health habits that you have. For example, you can be very, very busy, but if you pay attention what you eat, for example, you say, I'm going always will have a serving of vegetables. I will stay away from sugars. I'll stay away from carbs. I'm just saying, I'm just saying you probably have your own deal. What has a tendency to derail over holidays is the food. That's number one thing that goes. Because if you're going to visit somewhere, they give you sugar and carbs, they give you all this stuff. You go to family somewhere to visit, they have this big, huge table full of foods. And here's the problem because they tell you need to eat it. And you feel ashamed and disrespectful if you're not going to eat that. I know that was a big deal for me. And how is that you tell other people, like, no, I don't want that? I liked Marissa Peer. Long time ago, I listened to her program about weight loss and mindset and all this stuff. As we know, everything is a mindset. And I loved how she said, just don't say no to people. Just say, oh, yes, yes, absolutely. I will love to try that. Put it in your plate and then just don't eat it. Or just try, you try, want to, but doesn't mean that you have to empty your plate. I like that advice. Um, if you feel like you don't want to be rude, you don't want to hurt their feelings, if you can, you just gladly say, I just not gonna dig in those sweet potatoes this year, or whatever food that you usually want to stay away from. Also, eating less, that will do. And I love my coach. She's helped so much. My health coach, my fitness coach, Nancy Leeds Gribble, and I have an interview with her, so you should totally check it out. We were talking about food and all the mindset and uh, how we think this is a diet and all the fads and everything. Definitely you should go check it out. But I loved what she said that when you go through holidays or some specific event that takes like derails you from, it could be somebody in the hospital, a death in the family, you need to travel, whatever. I loved her advice of a lot of times we overeat or we make wrong health decisions when we are hungry. So she always has like little trail mix or something else healthy in her purse. And when you feel hungry, you just a little bit kind of snack on it. So that way you regulate your hunger and your sugar levels and everything in your body. So you do not go crazy when you see food next time. And also helps you to be more stable. You not so stressed out, burnout, because you keeping that under control. So already kind of talking a lot here, but so going back to that list, make a list of things that you used to do, those habits that, okay, what was those things that you used to do? Maybe you were walking, maybe you were eating, maybe whatever, sleeping better, all those. And now kind of write it down next to it, what you still can do, even if this holiday season. If let's say you're going to visit a family for, I don't know, 2 weeks or something, you're like, well, there's no around the block where I'm going to run, then maybe you can come up with some sort of alternative. So then write as many alternatives can you do. And let's say you cannot walk anymore your dog for 45 minutes outside, but maybe now you can walk only 15 minutes. But still do that. That's the point. It's you still do as much as you can and have faith in yourself that you will pick up after all is gone. But when you still continue doing with your habits, even if they're a little bit adjusted, you're staying truthful to yourself, you still have that faith in yourself that you can deliver. And that is very important with stress management. And if you're in an environment that those people also can use, walk around the block, just take them with you. Basically, what I'm saying, it's very important to keep your habits on multiple levels with your mental state and then your body. You continue as much as you can, as best your ability. And when holidays are over, go back to that list and evaluate how well did you do it. Because if you will really pay attention what you do and do it, you take your action, at the end of it, you can count your victories, which also will show you that, hey, you still can have your habits and you still can participate in the holidays and you still can be happy that you stayed hydrated. It doesn't have to be so complicated, something. And then give yourself a reward for doing the best you could. You have to celebrate yourself after holidays because you were celebrating the holidays, you were celebrating other people in your life. Now it's time to celebrate you. So I think this is a great video to remind us when we step in the new year. Yeah. So write a list, see what habits you can continue because it will be very good for your mental state and for your body as well. And if you're listening to this and you have some tips or tricks how someone can stay doing those habits, even when we're super busy and have to deal with other people and run around and travel and all this, leave a comment below because, as you know, we're all learning from each other. And if you have not heard, I'm running a holiday special now for my sessions. It's kind of like almost like half price. It's insane. Also, you still don't know what to buy. Someone who is maybe likes books, you're welcome to buy my books and give them as a gift. Also, I just launched membership. There's a special 50% sign up. This is all going after holidays, just saying, obviously, because what's the point for me to keep this 50% the whole time? So there's plenty of options to help you. So let me know how else I can help you, and I'll hope I see you in tomorrow's episode.